Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from the Curragh Racecourse here on Sunday. It is September the 16th, 2018. I'm going to look at all the stakes races on today's program from the Curragh, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for race courses around the world. Like I said, I'm going to look at all the stakes races, races 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So the 235, the 305, the 340, the 415 and the 450, which is the Irish St. Leger. So let's get on to it. A lot of races to look at. Starting off with the second race, 235. It's the Group 2 Moyglare Jewels Blandford Stakes. Group 2 race going for a purse of $239,000. This race is for 3-year-olds and upwards. Fillies mares only. Field of 9 horses going the distance of ground here of 2,000 meters or a mile and a quarter on the turf course. Top selection, I like the 1 horse Beautiful Morning. Gonna go 135 in the tricast of the trifecta. I give tricasts out or trifectas out, but tell you the truth, that's just my top 3 in order. So 135. But my top selection, the 1 horse Beautiful Morning. Colm O'Donoghue's on this one for Jessica Harrington, this 5-year-old mare by Galileo. The horse's most recent appearance came locally here at the Curragh, 26th of August, a mile and a quarter in the Group 3 Royal Whip Stakes. This horse ran a decent effort, one by a nose there. You know, really fought a good race in the stretch run, and off the break, got there in the end. It was a good race off the break. Before that, naced 7th of May, mile and a quarter in the Group 2 Mooresbridge Stakes. The horse finished 5th by 4 lengths there. The winner, Cliffs of Moher, just ran a hell of a race. This horse was facing the boys and just really never had anything. Didn't quicken up. It wasn't the day to win. And then before that, naced the 13th of April, a mile and a quarter in the Group 3 Alleged Stakes. The horse finished 3rd by 1.5 lengths. Again, facing the boys. It was a small field of 5 horses. She had a little bit of a turn of foot, but again, it wasn't the day to win. I think facing the fillies for the first time this year, she should really do well. She, the last time she faced the fillies came actually at Yarmouth last September the 20th to be exact, so just under a year. A mile and a quarter in the fillies listed stakes. She ran a good race. She won by 2.5 lengths, quickened up nicely, just destroyed the field. A very good race there. And then she ran in this race last year at the Curragh on yielding ground, where she finished second by 3 lengths behind Chamarine. You know, she just couldn't catch Chamarine, who ran a little bit of a better race, but she got around the race course well. I think the key to her success today is stepping down in class and facing the fillies again. I think she'll run well here at 5-1. I'll take my chances. So to recap my selection for the second, the 235 from the Curragh, it's the Group 2 Blandford Stakes. Gonna go with the 1 horse Beautiful Morning as the top selection. Gonna go 135 in the tricast trifecta. So now let's get on to race. The third race from the Curragh, the 305. It's the Group 1 Darrenstown Stud Flying 5 Stakes. It's a Group 1 race here going for a purse of $418,000. This race is for 3-year-olds and upwards. Field of 9 horses flying the distance of ground of 1,000 meters or 5 furlongs on the turf course. Very good, exciting race here. My top selection, I like the 5 horse Havana Gray. I'm going to go 514 in the tricast of the trifecta. 514 tricast trifecta. Top selection, the 5 horse Havana Gray. Richard Kingscote's on this one for Carl Burke. The Strio Colt by Havana Gold. The horse's most recent outing came the 24th of August. That came at York. 5 furlongs in the Group 1 Nunthorpe. The horse finished 5th by 2 3/4 lengths there, and he just never had that good finishing kick at the end. It wasn't the day to win there on quite firm ground. Before that, at Goodwood, the 3rd of August, 5 furlongs in the Group 2 Qatar Stakes. The horse had a 6th place finish by 7.5 lengths there, and again, he just never got into that on that dry ground. Under the drive and wasn't excelling. It wasn't the day to win, but his last race in Ireland came up here at the Curragh. 5 furlongs in the Group 2 Sapphire Stakes, July the 22nd. There he ran a really good race. He won by length, quickened up nicely, and he just extended a victory. Good race there off the break. You know, before that, he ran the Temple Stakes at Haydock, going 5/8 of a mile, and at the end of May, he finished 6th by 4 1/4 lengths. You know, he never really got the good closing kick there. And then before that, he ran in the Palace House Stakes at Newmarket on Guinea's Day, where he finished 5th. A little bit of a turn of foot there. It wasn't the worst race of the year, but it wasn't the best race either. But he's the horse that likes quite wet ground. If it's good to soft, it should be to his liking. If it's good, it should be to his liking also. If it's good to firm, I'll be a little, afraid with him. But as long as it's not a really dry summer ground, he should do well. 9 to 5, not the best price, but you have to take it here. But to recap my selection for the third from the Curragh, the 305, it's the Group 1 Flying 5 Stakes. Gonna go with the 5-horse Havana Gray as the top selection. I'm gonna go 5-1-4 in the TriCast trifecta. So now let's get on to race number 4. The fourth race, the 340 from Curragh, it's the Group 1 Moy Glare Stud Stakes. Group 1 race here going for a purse of $418,000. This race is for 2-year-old fillies only. Field of 10 horses going 1,400 meters or 7 furlongs on the turf course. My top selection here, I like the number 3 horse Beyond Reason. Gonna go 3-7-10 in the TriCast of the trifecta. 3-7-10 TriCast trifecta. Top selection of 3 horse Beyond Reason. This 2-year-old filly by Australia here. William Buick gets leg up for Charlie Appleby and Godolphin. The horse's most recent outing came the 18th of August. That came at Deauville in France. Quite wet ground. 7 furlongs in the Group 2 Prix du Calvados. This horse took off clear at the end. He won by 3 lengths. He took good advantage of the straight 7, and he just won for fun. A very good race there. His second start in France. Before that, the 28th of July at Deauville. Yielding ground again. 7 furlongs in the Group 3 Prix 6 Perfections. Again, this horse won by a nose. A very good turn of foot. It was a lot better than the races before in England, shall we say. I think the wet ground should really be to this horse's liking. That's why he won at Deauville. Before that, he ran at Royal Ascot the 23rd of June. 7 furlongs in a fillies in a listed stakes there. She finished 4th by 4 lengths. She had a little bit of a turn of foot, but the winner Arthur Kitt just ran a little bit better. And then before that, she broke the maiden at Kempton very nicely. 6 furlongs in a fillies novice from a wide poster. This horse won by 4 lengths, and I've never seen a horse won from a wide poster at Kempton that easily. She just took off clear. Very good race. I think coming here to Ireland, again, quite tough horses. I think she can hold her own out. Getting William Buick should help. A little bit of give in the ground. I'll take my chances at 5-1 here. So to recap my selections for the fourth from the Curragh, the 340, it's the Group 1 Moy Glare Stud Stakes. Going to go with the 3-horse Beyond Reason as a top selection. Going to go 3-7-10 in the TriCast of the trifecta. So now let's get on to race number. The fifth race from Curragh, the 415, it's the Group 1 Vincent O'Brien National Stakes. Group 1 race here going for a purse of $418,000. This race is for 2-year-olds only. Field of 7 horses going 1,400 meters or 7 furlongs on the turf course. Top selection, I like the 1-horse Anthony Van Dyke. I'm going to go 162 in the TriCast of the trifecta. 162 TriCast trifecta. Top selection of 1-horse Anthony Van Dyke. Ryan Moore's on this one for Aidan O'Brien, this 2-year-old colt by Galileo. The horse's most recent outing came the 26th of August here at the Curragh, yielding round 7 furlongs in the Group 2 Futurity Stakes. This horse won by half length there, and it was an all-out finish. The first two were actually the first 3 were all Aidan O'Brien Coolmore horses. This horse just stayed the ground, and he had a very good race. Really good run there on wet ground. Before that, at Leopardstown, 7 furlongs in the Group 3 Tyro Stakes. The horse won by 4 3/4 lengths, and again that day he just won for fun. A good walk in the park, which was much the best that day. And then before that, Killarney, the 15th of July, 1 mile in a maiden race. It took him 2 starts to get the maiden victory, but he won by 8 lengths there. And again, he just walked that day. Very easy race. I think coming here, getting the 7 furlong trip, he should really do well. He's out of all the horses in this race, he's been the one that's improving with every race, and he's run the best races out of anybody in this race. 6-5, crap price, I know, but he should really still run a big one, so watch out. So to recap my selection for the 5th from the Curragh, the 415, it's the Group 1 Vincent O'Brien National Stakes. Gonna go with the 1-horse Anthony Van Dyke. Gonna go 162 in the TriCast of the trifecta. So now let's get on to today's featured 6. The 450, the 6th race from the Curragh, it's the feature race of the afternoon. It's the Group 1 Irish St. Ledger. Group 1 race going for a purse of $597,500. This race is for 3-year-olds and upwards. Field of 6 horses going the 2,800-meter trip or 1.75 miles on the turf course. Top selection in this one, I like the number 3 horse here, Weekender. I'm going to go 3-2-5 in the TriCast of the trifecta. 325 Tricast Trifecta. Top selection the 3-horse Weekender. Frankie Dettori on this one for John Gosden's 4-year-old colt by Frankel. John Gosden has already had a victory in Ireland this weekend, winning yesterday the Irish champions with Roaring Lion. So hopefully we'll give John Gosden another victory this weekend with the St. Ledger here. But Weekender, his most recent outing came the 25th of August at York, mile 3/4 in the big handicap they had. He ran a very good second place finish that day by 3 1/4 lengths. It was a little bit wide, which probably cost him a better position at the end. But he had a little bit of a turn of foot. It wasn't a bad run. Before that at York, the 16th of June, mile 3/4 in the listed stakes, he finished second by a neck behind Marmello, who's a very good stayer, Group 1 stayer. This horse, he just missed at the end, but he ran a good effort behind that Group 1 stayer. And then before that, Sandown, 2 miles, May the 24th, and the Group 3 Henry II stakes. Horse finished third by 6.5 lengths. He never got into the race. Maybe the 2 miles, that extra 2 furlongs, he didn't stay that, but I think the mile 3/4 or 2,800 meter trip today should really be to his liking. His last victory, he won a conditions race at Chelmsford in early May on the all-weather, going a mile 3/4. He won by 2.5 lengths. He was much the best horse, and he proved it. He won for fun there. But I think coming here to a Group 1 for the first time, he should really do well, and he should definitely stay the trip. Watch out for him here today. A horse I like in this race at a bit of a price, and a small bit of a price. The 2-horse Twilight Payment, I think, could run a really big race. Godolphin Doan, Jim Bolger trains this one. Kevin Manning gets the leg up. This horse is coming out of the Irish St. Ledger trial a few weeks ago here at the Curragh, going a mile 3/4, where he finished second by a neck. He just missed at the end, but he had a very good turn of foot there. Before that, at Down Royal, mile 3/4 in listed stakes, he won for fun there. He won by 3.5 lengths, quickened up nicely, and he was much the best over that very tough course. And then back here at Curragh in the Curragh Cup in early July, he finished third by 4 3/4 lengths. He never got that good closing kick on firm ground, but he's a horse I think should like the wet ground, and I think he'll really run well. I think he'll run a lot better than he did in this race last year, where he finished 6th by 27 lengths, where he just ran absolutely crappy. But I think he's on the up and up, and I think he'll run well also. If his odds are nice enough, I might do a small each way wager on him. But to recap my selections for the 6 now from the Curragh. The 450, it's the Group 1 Irish St. Ledger. Top selection, I'm going to use the 3-horse Weekender. I'm going to go 3-2-5 in the Tricast of the trifecta. And like I said, I'm going to do each way wagers on my top selection, the 3-horse Weekender, and I'll probably do an each way wager on the 2-horse Twilight Payment. So good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.